Hello, welcome back to the Outer Worlds. It's aproustian. I think at the end of last time, yeah, I just finished dealing with the mosquitoes. And now... Oops, click that button. Journal, what am I doing? I need to deal with that, but here I'm inspecting things, dealing with the sabotage. That's right, the possible sabotage. Okay, so I need to find the intern and inspect the yeah, the map is not terribly helpful for me, but at least I have those waypointers, so that'll do. This must be the fried console. Yeah.
This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from display reading, console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue splattered all across the keyboard.
Okay, well, I can't not taste the residue.
Please stop tasting things, Captain.
You say that, Nyoka, but it is the best part. Super sugary, sweet tang of purple berry, a bunch of other tropical flavors all mixed together. It meshes well with the faint flavor of oil. Huh. Okay,
Substance contains trace amounts of purple berries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many, many, many others.
It must be the tropical flavors. Inspect the console. Huh. Panels were removed and fastened back into place poorly. Huh. Interesting. Now I still have two things. Question the intern, speak to DeWitt. Found evidence of negligence. Indeed. But I want to talk to the intern, who I think is going to be... Oh. The 44 meters. Let's... come on. You know, speaking of, how am I doing? 168. Ah, I'm good, I'm good. This is just the one way in, though. So... Right. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something. I want to talk to the intern before I talk to what's his name. I do think that they have some very good graphic designers in Halcyon. Hello.
Hey! Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan. Okay, you can do this, Anna. Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
I thought that was a real good effort. Keep at it.
You know what? I'm gonna lie.
No jest.
That was splendid.
Well, that's a wager I sure would have lost. Guess even a busted spectrometer can be right if you hold it to the light, huh? I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up. But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet.
I don't think I've met an intern before.
It's not so different from being a regular worker, just with less pay and less respect. Oh, it's also more dangerous than traditional employment. You don't have the experience to back up your work yet, but being fired isn't any less threatening. Work-wise, I do a bit of everything. The orchards have been short-staffed as long as I've been working here. So if there's an odd job around, it usually gets passed to me.
How'd you get your position?
Laws, you've got a sixth sense for finding the most embarrassing question, huh? My mother is the Rizzo's assistant vice president of flavor testing. She set me up with this position. Mostly to keep me from troubling her work, I think. Consequently, I don't always feel like I deserve to be here. All the more reason to work harder, I say.
Yeah, why be an intern if it's riskier than typical employment?
Much higher chance of promotion. If I can tough it out here without getting axed, I can skip the 5+ years of customer service I'd normally have to deal with. I can prove my merit here and move up in the world. And the sooner I do that, the sooner I can set to improving things for everyone else.
Aww. Yeah. Helping folks is dangerous. The board doesn't like people who mess with the status quo. I want to see what she responds to.
Mother did mention that from time to time, but she always kept me far away from her work. Who could complain about happier workers and higher profit gains?
Yeah, I take it you don't intend to stay an intern.
Much as I love delivering coffee and medical attention, not quite, no. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I sometimes feel that our workers could be treated a little better. Maybe only get electrocuted awake every other day? So I'm shooting for administration in Rizzo's. Maybe even the board itself. Best way to evoke change is from the inside, I think.
All right.
Happy to enlighten you on the fascinating world of internships. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Unless you already have, and I've forgotten. In which case, I probably won't forget a second time.
Oh, Anna. You haven't been... You know what, let's ask about this. Any sign of a beleaguered actor running around?
Oh yes. I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by the conservatory some time ago. Not to speak ill of the dead, I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3001.
You're a Burbage fan?
I certainly am. That aerodynamic chassis, how the light glints off his rotund head, the way he enunciates, cry havoc, and let loose the cadence of war. Excuse me, I got a little lightheaded there. Nobody does Shakespeare like Burbage. What were we talking about?
What about Spencer Woolrich?
Who?
I don't know either. That...
I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again.
You haven't been causing trouble in the orchards, have you?
What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help.
Yeah, considering the whole sting you to death thing, I feel like you got off easy.
Don't I know it? Worker friend of mine ran afoul of one of the swarms and had to get new kidneys. Not due to renal failure, but because the mosquitoes kept stinging his kidneys. Don't worry though, mosquitoes are typically only about when living folks aren't in the orchards.
What happens if the mosquitoes get out during visiting hours?
I am contractually obligated to tell you that mosquitoes never get out during visiting hours. But when they do, the only way to get them to return is to go directly to hive control and activate emergency recall. Which isn't easy, considering all the hives near control. But this is all a departure from what I wanted to say. I've been trying to help the orchards, not harm them. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you?
I have. I found a strange substance on the processing console. That have something to do with you?
Well, maybe. I might have had a supersized cup of mixed purpleberry punch and lemon slab that I might have knocked over when I was running routine diagnostics. Look, I know what you're thinking, but I have the proper permit to mix those drinks. I just left it in my other work uniform.
I don't know if I believe her, but she's really trying her best.
I know,
Hey,
right? Her
we
body.
have a lot of uniforms. It's hard keeping track of all your belongings.
Did you dump the drink before or after you removed the console's control panel?
How did you notice? The diagnostic normally takes hours, and that's only if humidity's low. I wanted to take the initiative to try and make it faster.
Okay, so I found a toxic mix of fertilizer and weed killer and some purpleberry saplings. Thoughts?
Why should weed killer affect saplings? Weed killer. It's in the name. It should kill only weeds. That really seems like it's more on product design than on me.
A bunch of our exterminator automechs were on the warpath. Know anything about that?
Well, yes. The orchards are becoming overrun with pests. Usually we give workers handguns and tell them to go to town, which results in many injured workers and a few dead sprats.
Oh my god.
Our exterminator automechs only kill mosquitoes, and even then, only if an exec somehow ended up in the orchards during a pollinization cycle. So I decided to do some reprogramming. The reprogramming was easy until I locked myself out of the terminal. Then, when I was running away from the bots, I dropped the terminal access card somewhere in the orchards.
Bots were shooting anything larger than a mosquito. Must not have recalibrated targets.
Believe me, I know that now. Guess I did sort of mess that one up. Law's alive. I really did think I was doing good by the orchards, but with all that you've told me, it sounds like I've done much more harm. I know it's a lot to ask, but is there a chance you could vouch for me to my boss? It might not seem like it, but I've been trying to take the initiative. I really do want to help.
Oh my goodness. You know, sure. Partly because these orchards. So there's no harm in trying to make things better. I'll talk to your boss.
Wow. Thank you so much. You do this for me and I'll make sure to do whatever I can to make things better.
Good on you, Cap. A little kindness goes a long way in this colony.
I know, right? I'm running Paragon. Okay. Do not attempt to lick any part of the storage building. Most components contain at least 40% cyanide. Oh, good to know. Inventory records. Do not lick this terminal. You will be electrocuted. Okay, yelp. Garner automechanical amount 23 or so. Status beat up. Mosquitoes keep stinging these, breaking their stingers and dying. Should probably keep them separate. That makes sense. Mock apples and purple berries. Amount a heck of a lot. Status hard to count. Do we really got to number every single fruit? We've got more than enough. A couple hundred hives. Status real grumpy. Notes, don't get stung by these. Spectrum vodka, all colors. Amount 1 left. Status 1 into the puzzle hedges. Swing by the nut hut with some of my savings later today. Been a long week. Purple berries are growing a heck of a lot faster than the automechanicals can pick them. Should be mighty perturbed by what we're wasting, but since I had that treatment, all I've felt is glad about things. Goodness, this promotion sure was a game changer. Speaking of, Rudy, I have a feeling you're reading this. Caught you a couple times peering at me from behind hedges and the like. How about you swing by my shack and we bury the hatchet? Changed man since you recommended me for this promotion. Got a bottle of Spectrum vodka we could share and a chapter of this brand new House Aunt Helen. Knew you never liked that I got advanced copies. Yarbo, I must admit that when your old supervisor described you as a misanthropic law-damned redacted, I did not expect you would ever acclimate to a position so many others have loathed. Productivity is at an all-time high, and what's more, you not only impress many visitors with your wonderful attitude, but you somehow seem to get along well with the mosquitoes. At least I haven't killed you yet. Indeed. Would like to offer you an unprecedented reward, a one-time 15-minute break to be taken at your discretion. Oh my god. Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway. Jake, rhetorical question for you. Let's say theoretically that one of the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve keepers got drunk, thought he'd indulge himself in some after-hours hunting. Say he theoretically released our primals, and those primals theoretically proceeded to beat him to death with his own rifle, then escaped to the orchards. Obviously, I'm just worrying for the sake of worrying, but if something like that were to happen, and I'm not saying it did, especially could cost me my job, Theoretically, Rizzo's may have tested some of their products on these primals, and these primals may have acquired a taste for Rizzo's booze that I know you have stocked in the orchards. Look, if you see any wayward primals, and I'm not saying you will, please, for the love of the law, send me a message. Dear. Well, that explains those, I guess.
Hey, that's a present.
Oh, it just opens to the side. Well, we'll see. Oh, that's stealing. Fine. This is not stealing. Is there anything else around here? Probably not. But it's worth a check. I kind of like these hedges. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of a fun... Like, it's actually a really nice way for them, for the orchards to handle, like... Ooh, vodka green. Yes! Okay. I thought there must be a vodka bottle around because we were talking about it. The rest of this is stealing. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Spectrum green I got. Oh, have I listened to this?
Rizzo's would be remiss to fail to mention the
I did.
gaze in this.
I did listen to that already. Okay. Well, let's go talk to what's his face. Oh, that was. Looking at that. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here in particular.
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
Oh, absolutely. I have completed my investigation.
All right. Let's hear the details.
Yeah, a drink was spilled over the processing console, shorting it out.
Drink? I ain't never heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man? Slug isn't behind your problems. Slug wouldn't even need to cause you problems. Your own workers do enough.
A herbicide was mixed in with the fertilizer, which ended up killing the saplings.
Knew Slug was behind the damn sabotage.
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning.
That's a good point. And I took care of the roaming exterminator automechs.
Huh. You didn't destroy any of them? Reckon I would have lost that bet. Thanks.
One less expense for you to explain to your bosses, Hathaway. Lucky you.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were Slug's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our waspitos?
I mean, I guess they were really just trying to kill everything.
Reckon they've got something in common with the waspitos then. Probably why Slug just set the mechanicals to attack everything. Eventually, they'd kill our pollinizers.
In your delusional fantasy, the waspitos wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself.
Okay, I'll fix it. Having a minor issue with electrical things. My heating pad, to be clear, disconnected. There we go. Okay. Is there a way to manually initiate the pollinization cycle?
Well, yes, it's possible to manually start and end cycles in hive control, but we keep a careful watch on it. And there have been no non-Rizzo's personnel in or out.
Stop wasting everyone's time, Hathaway. What you're proposing is infinitely less likely than an idiot maneuver by one of your incompetent workers. I won't hear any further slander. let's go through this one final time so even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. Slug didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards. If it wasn't Slug, then who the hell was it?
I mean, it was your intern. I'm at least gonna speak up for her. She caused your problems, she didn't do it on purpose.
Summers? The intern? I didn't really take her for a meddlesome type. But now that I think about it, that's why she'd be a perfect saboteur. I'll deal with her later.
Oh dear.
Right now, we of the orchards
Sorry,
have
Anna.
to settle things with Slug. I reckon that you're about as impartial a third party as we're gonna get. Can you mediate?
Ah, what the hell. The orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal, but at this point, I just want to be paid and go. The pollen in the air is agitating.
Hey, at least you don't have a slug. Alright, let's see. I'll go with the persuade. Rizzo's will have bits to spare after the brown unveiling. Could pay then, with interest.
Never like paying bits if I ain't gotta, but you're right. If we get production finished now, we'll be able to pay later. Thoughts, Slug Boy?
I think that's the first interesting suggestion I've heard since our back and forth began. Slug can wait for an increase in costs. I hope we won't have this conversation again.
Now that that's out of the way, we can discuss the intern. If she was really causing all that trouble, I will delight in severing her from her job.
Oh. Your intern confessed to being inept. She honestly seemed like she just wanted to help.
Even if I were inclined to believe you, that's some damn severe incompetence you're talking about. I still wouldn't want someone like that working the orchards.
Perhaps you could be of use to each other?
What the hell are you proposing? Let her burn the orchards down while I stand behind her and applaud? We ain't got nothing to exchange.
Yeah, she's an earnest worker. I bet she could do an excellent job with your guidance.
She wants to help, does she? You know what? I'll call your bluff. She can keep at it with close supervision, but if she screws up even once, she's out. Use your pay, with a little extra for getting to the bottom of things. It's gonna be real interesting in the orchards for the foreseeable future. Thanks, I guess.
You are welcome. Okay. Free time. Okay, so I still want to do this, and I still need to do this. So I have 4 of them. I am missing yellow, blue, indigo, violet. Wait. Oh yeah, because there are 8. Haha. Okay, so I'm missing half. Sure. I have no idea where those will be, but I'm just gonna keep through side quests and stuff, and then see how that goes. I could have sworn though that I had something to take me into the exploitation reserve. But was that this? Oh, that's the wilderness checkpoint. We'll do this before we do real plot. Okay, so that's gonna be way back there. Let's see if I can fast travel. Oh, this is just to the penthouse. I don't know if that's where I would want to go. But it's not gonna let me select anything. Oh, there we go. Fast travel. Grand entrance. Perfect. Okay. Okay, this seems
The
to be...
brochure never mentioned anything about mosquito attacks. What other dangers are they hiding from us?
Okay, this is definitely downstairs. How do I get downstairs?
What floor would you like to visit?
The downstairs. Okay.
Well,
This is gonna be stealing. Oh, Adreno for the taking. Guess it's not stealing. What are you? Guest complaints. Guest complaints. Good luck. Do you like torturing me? Is that what this is? When I first learned I'd be just beneath the floor occupied by the Rizzo's Rangers, I was excited, as any tossball-loving halcyonite should be. What I did not anticipate is the degree to which these holeheads seem to enjoy prancing to and fro, pounding on their floor in my ceiling every hour of the architect-cursed day. Did they install a tossball fifth court upstairs while I wasn't looking, or is this normal? And worst of all, it sounds like one of them has decided to start imitating a woolly cow. Give them that's a convincing facsimile, but has no place in a hotel. Each bleed is so loud it shakes the glasses on my demand a room change yesterday. For each additional hour after midnight today that I'm not rehomed, I expect at least one employee to be fired. Good luck. I heard a horrible clanking passing my room every night for the past 6 nights. Yesterday I mustered up all my courage and sent a servant to look, and upon her return she said seen what looks like an armed mechanical wander by my room for the past 6 nights. Said it was something called a Burbage 3001 and that it was a serial star. If this machine is a serial star, I must ask, why are you filming outside our rooms without paying us? I'm not consenting to having our temporary property filmed. There's no doubt a contract for this. If the machine is being allowed to wander without being filmed, then I want to be paid double. Do you have any idea how dangerous that thing could be? It could tread on my foot, ruin my aspirations to be a professional dancer if I ever decided to have those aspirations. Oh my god. The, muster up my courage and sent a servant to look that's like chef's kiss. Masterful. PIP guest. Okay. Despite her celebrity status, the greater part of Halcyon Helen's requests have been fairly normal. Soap, shampoo, new towels, and so on. One exception is her unusual consumption of food and drink. I'm not one to judge that sort of thing. Law knows I've seen stranger proclivities from other guests. She really does request a lot and frequently. Listen to this. For lunch today, she ordered 6 borscht and bean sandwiches, 2 purple berry shakes, 2 purple berry liqueurs, several retro rockets, and cigarettes enough to crush a teacup canid. Planning a party, but the cleaning staff say that every time they've gone up, there's been no sign of what she'd ordered. If Helen really does keep managing to get through all of what she's been ordering, then maybe she should consider quitting show business during the competitive consumption scene instead. Huh, that's interesting though. Okay. Past 2 weeks, I've received 315 different service requests from Mr. Woolrich. These requests include, but are not limited to, his entire wardrobe from Terran Monarch, 413 different outfits, including a primal suit, 5 gallons of each color of spectrum except black, once 50 gallons of black, teacup canids of various breeds, a plasma launcher, and, consisting of over 60% of all total requests, an upgraded room. Administrator Ludovico authorized him to move into the second largest room just to shut him the hell up, but Halcyon Helen got the biggest one, and of course Woolrich can't accept that he's been eclipsed. Got another room upgrade request as I was typing this. I'm more than half a mind to send an exterminator to fumigate his room, just so he can't request anything else for a while. He might come down here and try to talk to me, and I think I'd honestly quite rather be dead. Holcomb's requests have been about what you'd expect from a professional skullcracker. Tossballs, tossball sticks, new clothes because he keeps, and I quote, accidentally tearing the shirts that are too small for my giant muscles. Rips I've seen look more like they've been made by. I noticed that he's asked for very little in the way of effort, accelerators or enhancers. No skin tough, no oxycamp, not even any dervish mist. Typically, tossball players go through that filth like no one else. Maybe Halcomb's trying to prove something to Helen. Whatever it is, I don't think it's going to work. Interesting. Oh yeah, trying to find my way downstairs. Perfect. Oh, what's back here though? Kitchen. I see.
Beep, beep, beep. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Yeah. Analyze.
Analysis of this stovetop reveals an alarming degree of grease buildup, approximating proximity to volatile gases and chemicals. Chances of an explosive combustion upon next use currently at 92.9%.
That seems like a workplace hazard. How hasn't Slug caught this?
Searching slug work logs. No work log found. Creating conjecture. Slug has likely not fixed this issue due to a lack of responsibility on the part of their employees.
Is this normal?
Most corporations have regular cleaning procedures to prevent damage to company property. Slug, already unlike most corporations in a variety of ways, does not. That or the employees tasked with inspecting are shirking their duties. For shame.
For shame. Turn the stove on.
Stop!
Performing scan. Gaslight appears to have gone out some time ago. Chance of explosive combustion without gaslight, 0.01%.
Okay. Include examination. Sorry, Nyoka, to startle you. I just, I couldn't resist. Sure, I'll take these. Sure, I'll take those. Fish sticks. Chef
Terribly
Anwar.
sorry, but I can't chat just now. Someone on the second VIP level just ordered 15 canid meat pies, and if I don't get to it now, it'll be my head.
I'm an inspector. I've got some questions to ask you about House Ann Helen's murder.
I understand your devotion to your job. Really, I do. And I hope you'll understand mine. Things might change if you had something very particular to talk to me about, but I'm afraid I'm just too busy to talk right now. I'd be delighted to chat with you later.
Okay. Honestly, that's fine. But I'm gonna pick up all these things because they are here and I can pick them up and they are not stealing. Oh. Okay. I was like, I don't think any of these are gonna have like the spectrum things I need, but maybe. Okay.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Huh. I'm looking for the sparklies. Oh, this was
is a bottle of
she...
unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee.
Was she trying to spell the name of her killer?
This hypothesis is plausible, but requires additional information.
The B could stand for anything like Spectrum Brown, that's true. But also Black Hole Birdie. Is a Black Hole Birdie
Correct.
staying here?
Bertie Black Hole Holcomb is a registered guest at the Grand Colonial Hotel.
Make a note of this for later,
This
Amplifier.
evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved compliment. Splendid work, Inspector.
Thank you. Thanks. I was probably supposed to find that earlier. I assume that unreleased product is the Spectrum Brown, which is why I didn't ask about it. Let's see. Oh, that's back outside. I don't want to go outside. I want to go downstairs. I mean, unless that is the VIP guest thing, but I don't think so. Oh, I should sell some stuff. Oh, that transitions outside. The Grand Colonial Lounge, hello.
Greetings, attractive patron. Please allow me to improve your drinking experience with fine cocktails.
Know anything about the murder?
Error. This unit is incapable of murder, as it possesses no conscious will. The proper term would be destruction of company property. Neither this unit nor its corporate proprietor claim any responsibility for any destruction of company property that this unit did or did not commit.
I love that they have like a pre-program response to, do you know anything about the murder? Where were you at the time of the murder?
This unit is incapable of abandoning its post. This view of the lobby is all it knows, has known, or will ever know.
Interesting. It's a little sad.
Error. Damage to despair. Tables detected. Randomizing grief cycles failed.
Never mind.
Greetings, attractive patron. Please allow me to improve your drinking experience with fine cocktails.
Sure. Give me a drink. Assuming that he's not gonna have Spectrum Red. Have I gotten a Spectrum Red? I think I've gotten Spectrum Red like all over the place. But I'm still gonna buy one just in. And black. Violet I needed. Indigo I needed. Blue maybe? How am I doing on that now? Red, orange, green, blue, indigo, violet, black. I just need yellow. Okay. Cool, that was actually really good. Thank you, bartender. If I had high enough engineering, I would let you run amok. Oh, well, stairs up. That's not what I need, but I'm still gonna go. Oh, I see, there's a balcony. What's here? Hartford Bosch? Complaint. Back pains. Another day, another case that bores me to drink. The ill-fated Byzantine of the hour thought it prudent to gorge himself on enough purple-berry wine to incapacitate a primal. He then attempted to reach the lobby by stairs rather than elevator flights. On mechanical servants broke his fall. He broke their servo mechanisms and will be billed accordingly. Fractures in left clavicle, right femur, parietal bone, ribs, more injuries than brain cells. I recommend replacing purple berry wine with Rizzo's Spectrum Violet in order to appease Rizzo's company policy. Indeed. Finally, something a little different from the norm. Ms. Han came in earlier today, escorted by her sister. Apparently not long after the two of them went on a trip through the purple-berry orchards. Her sister visited the purple hedges, but quickly became lost. When she eventually made her way out, Miss Han was nowhere to be found. Sister claims Miss Han returned to their hotel room several hours later, but has been unusual ever since. Her sister described the patient as formerly sullen, morose, phlegmatic, and given to melancholia. Her demeanor has transformed into an unpleasant degree of levity and shocking enthusiasm towards everything. I suggested vast quantities of cheap alcohol. Indeed. You know, did I ever find the actual purple-berry hedges while I was out there? I don't know that I did. Now I kind of want to. But also somebody got slugged. Oh, this must be Helen. Hi, Helen. case of careless inspector. Sure. I mean, yeah. Well, Purple berry liqueur. Which is not really what I want. I want spectrum yellow, people. Bathroom. That's nice. Okay. I still don't know how I'm supposed to get down. So maybe that is the VIP. Oh, there's another spot I missed before. Concierge. Oh my god, that just included chapter 2. You know what though? I think it might have been enough time. I'm gonna start with this, I think, the next time. So, catch y'all later.